Shields up! Red alert! Canon is under attack! Or is it? My name is Andrew, I love sci-fi, and today I'm going to review Strange New Worlds Episode 4, Memento Mori. When Star Trek Discovery hit the air in 2017, fans everywhere were outraged. Most of the fandom was hoping that Star Trek would pick up where Picard and Sisko and Janeway left off at the latter end of the 24th century, but no, Star Trek had to go right back to where it all started before Captain Kirk and even before Captain Pike. Here we are 5 years later, and this is still a sore point of contention. Discovery eventually freed itself from those shackles by vaulting to the 31st century, but yet here we are right back in 2250s with Captain Pike and the Enterprise. And by the way, Strange New Worlds is an excellent show. There were a lot of great moments, great themes, and this actually was a really great episode. Before I continue with my rant, let's talk about some of the great things. First off, Remembrance Day. I think Remembrance Day is going to go down in Star Trek history like First Contact Day. I think it's a great little holiday. Here in America, we are just days away from Memorial Day, where we take a moment to remember and honor those who have fallen for fighting for our freedoms. I know other countries also have a memorial type day for their fallen, but I think Star Trek takes this a wonderful step further. They are not remembering those who died in the name of freedom. They remember those who died for the ideals of the Federation, those who died in exploration, those who died in the line of duty, those who sacrificed for the greater good. And I think it's amazing that both Spock and Pike are wearing pins that honor the USS Discovery, even though Discovery doesn't exist anymore. It's still a part of Star Trek history, and I do appreciate the writers for keeping that around. I'm loving the landing parting gear, the lights on the shoulders, wonderful touch. I thought the return of the extendable corridors that we saw in Discovery Season 2 as Discovery offloaded its crew into the Enterprise. I thought it was nice to see those, and to come back with an interesting twist. It's no longer just metal and force fields. It's nice actual material with window viewports. I think that's a lot more practical and definitely a lot more fitting of the era. But and I did love Hammer and Uhura. I think those two were an excellent pair this episode. But let's talk about the Gorn. Yes, the Gorn are here. Yes, we don't see a Gorn, which is actually a very good thing. In fact, we get to see Gorn ships, but we do get to see a lot of Gorn behavior. We started the episode with a lot of arena vibes. Pike's Enterprise arrives at a planet to drop off some needed supplies, just like how in Arena from the original series Season 1, Kirk's Enterprise arrives at a Federation colony. Both episodes start very parallel, and then also we had some very interesting disaster vibes in the episode. I kept thinking about Season 5 of Next Generation. Who can't tell me that with Hammer and Uhura stuck in the cargo bay that you didn't get Geordi and Beverly Crusher vibes from that episode? The moment they were locked in that cargo bay with the big open door in the background, I'm like, yeah, that force field's gonna go at some point, and sure enough, it did. But let's take all that aside. My real gripe with the episode is not that the Gorn were in that. I thought that Strange New Worlds gave us a lot more background for the Gorn. It still kept them very mysterious. Yes, obviously the Federation does know about the Gorn. That does undercut a little bit of Arena. But honestly, my major gripe comes to these life and death situations. The world is somehow obsessed with prequels. We're getting prequel with Strange New Worlds. We're getting a prequel in Star Wars with the Obi-Wan series. Even Amazon is doing a Lord of the Rings prequel. There are prequels everywhere. So let's look to the future. We know what's going to happen with the Enterprise. We know what's going to happen with Spock, with Pike, with Uhura, with Chapel, with Mbenga, and a few others from Strange New Worlds. Their stories are fixed. So don't put them in situations that they're going to face life and death, because we as a viewer, we know they survive. So that undercuts the whole emotional impact of these scenes. When La'an volunteered to take a shuttle to go up above the brown dwarf and see, are the Gorn still there? What are they doing? Can the Enterprise escape? I thought, okay, La'an's going to go on a suicide mission. Let's see what she does. But the moment Spock volunteered to go with her, the whole emotional undercut went. Now, mind you, that scene with them on the shuttle did give us some very good emotional impacts. We saw how We saw what happened with La'an and the Gorn, losing her brother and members of her family as they were being hunted for food. And at the same time, we saw with Spock how he's still emotionally attached to Michael's life, his sister, and how she is no longer a part of his life. And Spock instantly shuts down this mind meld at this point. But to know that Spock still has that human element, and it's still something he struggled with, I think that is a great touch for his character. But I mean, seriously, Strange New Worlds can do better with these characters. You can still give them no-win scenarios that don't threaten their lives. And that has happened plenty of time on the original series, on Next Generation, where they, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, where these crews were faced with these unwinnable scenarios, but yet they still managed to overcome without putting their lives in the line. Let's put the ideals of the Federation, the ideals of Starfleet, let's put those ideals on the line, just like Pike's ideals were put on the line in the premiere episode. Give us stories like that. Our crew doesn't need to face death in order for great stories to be told. I think Memento Mori was a great episode. I'm not going to give it a rating, not because I didn't enjoy it, not because I think it's going to be less, but I think what's nice about the episodic Star Trek is that each episode is different. We're now at a point, we have 4 episodes. You can't compare them to each other. We can compare them to original series and Next Generation, and we know that the producers are drawing elements from those 2 series, Deep Space Nine and others, and I think that's why these episodes work so well. It's because we are getting the true Star Trek story. There are still problems. I still think, let's keep looking at the future. Let's keep exploring the 24th or even the 25th century. Let's explore the Starfleet that we've all come to know and love. Let's stop looking back to the past. Let's look to the future. Because the more you look into the past, the more you're not able to move forward. So Star Trek, let's move forward. Let's move forward properly. Bring your great technologies, but let's have it be in the future. Just like how Picard was 100 years in front of Kirk. Bring us another captain that's 100 years in front of Picard. Break those shackles of canon where you can still be true to it, but you can continue to put your own twist on it all. Strange New Worlds has a lot of greatness to it. It is still a great show. It is still my favorite show of all these new Star Treks that have come out. And I think as time goes on, it's definitely going to find a home in several people's top 5 lists. It's already in mine. I know that for sure. I think, I'm still very hopeful for the future of Star Trek. And I can't wait to see more. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. I've got Obi-Wan reviews coming starting this weekend. And I've got some more cool videos. I had quite a few of my Avengers Endgame and my friends' videos kind of blow up over the last couple weeks. That has been absolutely great. And if you all want to see anything more like those, please make sure you let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll see if I can deliver that to you. In the meantime, I hope everyone has a great weekend, and live long and prosper.